What's up, guys? It's WB7 here. I just got third place at the Kissimmee Regionals. I played Kashtira. I thought it was probably the best pick because I think it has like probably the best matchup versus Purely and Super Heavy Samurai because it gets to play Shifter. And I think the new decks just can't really beat this deck. So until we get a list, I guess just Cash is the best deck to play. First, before we get into the list, I guess some shoutouts. So shoutouts to Luxury, of course. Shoutouts to everybody who lent me cards. You know who you are. And Ricky, who helped me like play test with the new set. So I guess let's get right into it. So I played 3 Fenrirs, 3 Unicorn. I had to give some cards back. And then I played 2 Raz. I was gonna play 1, but with everybody playing Droll in the main now, I thought that like 2 was really good because like hard opening this is actually really good through Droll. I played Desires as well, and also like it came up a couple times where like I needed a second one in deck because I was always going for the full combo. I was never going for a Rise Pass because like no one's really maining Nib because it's not really like that great versus Purely or Samurai. So I think like you just have to go for the full combo every time. So I think 2 was correct. And then Scareclaw and Ogre. I went for the Luck 5 combo like once and it resolved, but like I just wanted this in my deck to be able to resolve that. I didn't play Prep though, just Big Bang. And then 3 Shifter, had to give him back. I think like you have to main this because it just gives you like 6 like really good cards to draw going second versus Super Heavy and Purely. Like even though like these cards are like this card is like kind of conflict and you can't use this under a Rise, you just need to go second. So yeah, these are fine. Then 3 Ogre and 3 Impermanence, and then 2 Book of Moons for the non-engine. As you can see, I don't play Ash Blossom main deck, which was like the biggest thing. But like Ash Blossom's only really good versus Despia, and I didn't really want to draw it versus Purely or Super Heavy Samurai. And I was testing versus like the new decks like almost exclusively, so like I was like I just never really want to draw Ash. But it was probably incorrect because like in retrospect I played like 1 Despia and I got like kind of lucky. I drew Ash game 3, but like I sided Ash of course, but I think you probably need to main deck it because Despia is really scary, and like you also just need it for like cash. Like as you can see, like this non-engine is just terrible versus cash. Like 3 Shifters suck, like Drolls suck, Ogres suck. Like only these 5 are good versus cash. And I played like 3 Mirrors. I only played against like 1 Purely, no Super Heavy Samurais, which is what I made my deck to beat like the 2 new decks, which like sucks. But yeah, going forward, I'd definitely move one of these to the side for Ashes. But I still think you need like these 6. Like this is the whole reason to play the deck is because you get to play Shifter. You get 6 like blowout cards going second. And then I played 3 Imperms, 2 Books. I guess these aren't as standard, but like if as I originally wasn't playing them, I was playing like Gamma. But if you don't play like some copies of like these type of cards, then your Prosperity just has like no value. Like you're just gonna reveal like hash cards and hand traps, which like sucks. Like you need to be able to beat Baguska after like you like Droll or Shifter Super Heavy Samurai, because that's like pretty much like they can almost always get to Baguska usually. So you need one of these cards, and like these 5 plus Prosp are like good chances to be able to like answer them and keep playing. So that's really good. And Books also is really good versus the Kashmir, so it's really good. You can book the Purely XYZ if they trap it, so it's pretty good. I really like this non-engine. But yeah, definitely try and fit Ash in the main for sure. And then 3 Birth, 3 Pross, 2 Desires. Still think you need Desires. Pross is getting a lot worse now that everyone's playing like the wide combo and cash every time, but I think it's still mandatory to play because deck breaks too much. And then 3 Theosis, 3 Field Spells, Terran Big Bang. I think that's pretty standard. Extra deck, I played 3 Rise, 2 Shangs, Dark Armed guy, big guy, you only need 1. 2 Zeus, Diablos, yeah, just this card's insane. I made it so many times. And then Omega and Baron. So I made Ogre inside of Ash, so you have to play this. but like I feel like this card's like way too fake. Like you need to be able to like draw a hand trap and not get like hand trapped on your Unicorn, and like you need it to be like an ogre, or because like half the time Ash is just like better to have in hand anyways with your combo. So yeah, this card's like kind of fake, and eyesight Gamma. So, and then Donner, All Mirage, so I cited Ibli, and then this one. This is like my one dedicated Prost target. This probably should just be like the Fossil Warrior, either the monster or the spell one, because like no one really plays Runics anymore. But I didn't really know what people were gonna play, so yeah, I ended up just playing just a bunch of cash and like a one of a bunch of like the old decks. So yeah, moving forward, I probably wouldn't play this again. And then for the side, pretty standard too. Just 3 Gamma and Driver. I didn't want to main this. I know some were like trying to main this in this deck, but like there's not really too many slots where you can force it turn 1. So I decided to decide it, and it was fun. Won me a couple games. It was pretty good versus Super Heavy and Purely. In the mirror match too. And then only 2 Ash. This is by far the worst mistake in my deck list. I should have just played 3, especially in the main. But I just felt like it was so bad to draw versus Purely. Like there's just no good spot to hit like Purely or Samurai with it. And it's only versus Despia. So at that point, if it's only good versus 1 matchup, then like it should just be in the side deck. But yeah, I don't know. Like the fact that this is like actually pretty good versus Cash too, maybe should have changed my decision. And then 2 Cosmic and Duster. I didn't know if people were gonna play Runics or like any of the old decks, just a regional. So I think Duster was fine, but Cosmic was for like the Labyrinth matchup too. So yeah, this was like fun. Like it was fine versus the Flunder matchup I played too, so it was fine. But I don't know if you need him in the future. And then I played 6 going first cards because going first versus Purely is like low-key kind of scary. Like Purely was actually making me start too, because like I think the deck should probably make you start, because like going second into Purely is way easier. And like you kind of need help versus like them just like throwing a bunch of like Kurikaras, Santa Claus, all these like non-engine cards at you. The Kobo is like fun. I didn't really draw it too much. Like I said, like I played against Mathmag Flunder, so this had like some good overlap. But then Ibli, Honey told me to play this like last second. This card was horrible. This card was literally ass. I drew it once, and it was literally the only time I lost. Well, like this card just doesn't help when you get hand trapped, which people are playing a lot of. So like you can just go normal Ibli, like special Unicorn normal Ibli, and they just like imperm your Unicorn still. And I was like, well, I just can't play. This Ibli just sucks. And he was out of the Ibli and cooked me. So yeah, I don't think this is good because it's just not good versus hand traps. It's only good versus the breakers. So yeah, I wouldn't play this again. Probably like another Floodgate, to be honest. Like people, this card like plays into the board breakers more, like Storm, Evenlies and stuff, but people stopped playing those cards and played more hand traps, so that's why I thought these would be better. Just game versus Purely and Samurai. But yeah, moving forward, I don't know what these would be. Obviously depends on like if we get a list or how the meta shapes up. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks everybody for watching, and like and subscribe. Peace.